First of all, I'll say this. Two things. Number one, you got a problem with what I'm saying. You're going to either disprove it or you're going to shut the fuck up. Number two, you motherfuckers, all y'all know what I'm about to say. All of y'all got knowledge of this because you do too much studying. That's why I don't have no kind of sympathy for you niggas. I ain't got no respect for what you doing. You not teaching the truth because you know it. If you know all about the Gathering of Christ brothers, they know they went into the Tetragrammaton, the Masoretes, Jews made that shit up. If you know something like that, then you definitely know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. If you can go that in depth into history, you know all these Hebrew words. You done study concordances, know the meanings and everything. You know all this history about the Dark Ages. All you niggas know this. So I know you know this. I know you know this. So the fact that you're not teaching this, you really got a spirit of a motherfucking demon on you because you're not teaching the truth. You can't use, so it's no ignorance. You ain't got no ignorance. You know this shit, but you still not teaching it. Motherfucker. We gonna start off with something. We gonna start off with we're going to go to Matthew, and we're going to go to chapter 1, verse number, we're going to start in Matthew chapter 1, and we're going to go to verse 22 on the birth of so-called Jesus Christ. Now all of this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. First of all, that's a lie. All right. You got people arguing about the virgin birth. Is there a virgin birth? According to the Gospel of Matthew, there is. But according to Scripture, it's not. The virgin birth is a lie. The virgin birth is a pagan Greek myth. We know it. Everybody know it. Stop lying. You know it. And this ain't nothing that's extra enlightening because we all already know this. But some of us choose to teach falsehood. One thing we got to understand. See, we're going to acknowledge the fact that there are contradictions in the New Testament. That's what we're going to do. We're going to acknowledge the fact because we're not going to hide ourselves from the reality that we get the composition that we have. Even the selection of books that are actually included in this, we get this by way of who? Some wicked motherfucking politicians, some biased politicians. The reason for the Council of Nicaea is that after Emperor Constantine, the so-called Great, won the Civil War in Rome, and therefore took over sole rulership of the Roman Empire. When he called the Council of Nicaea, the reason was not because of no spiritual thing. He called the Council of Nicaea for political reasons, to unite the empire, because he had, like I said, the Roman Empire at that time they had a civil war. The Roman Empire was divided. You had I think 4 different emperors, 4 different wannabe emperors trying to take control of the empire. So once Constantine ended up being the last one standing, what did he have to do? He had to unify the people of his empire. Well, what's a good way to unify the people? By what? Religion. So he called all the bishops to do what? To come up with a universal doctrine, a universal truth. This is what the word Catholic, and when you say Catholic Church means, it means universal. All right. So once he does this, he calls over 200 bishops to the city of Nicaea in Turkey, and they come with this, they have this meeting. All right. So this is politics. Now, supposedly, when you do your history, you find out that supposedly Constantine converted to Christianity on his deathbed at the time that he called his council. In other words, he was not he a believer in this book. What the fuck that tell you? And you do some studying. I'll let you do this studying for yourself. A lot of these so-called church fathers were practice what you would call paganism. They worship the sun. A lot of these motherfuckers are straight faggots. All right, they believed in being homosexuals. They believed in worshiping the sun. That's why you go to church on Sunday. This shit started back. The white man didn't make this up. This shit started back, like I said, in the early days of the church. So there must have been something else going on. Now, I'm going to make this statement. I think that whoever it was that was writing the Gospel of Matthew, and I got plenty of evidence to back that up, but whoever it was that was writing the Gospel of Matthew, this was a guy. It couldn't have been Matthew the apostle or anybody that followed the movement. It had to have been somebody later. And I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you the reason for that a little bit later. But whoever this guy was that was writing this guy was purposely looking for prophecies to apply to the story to make it seem like so-called Jesus Christ was the Messiah. I'm about to make a statement right now that none of y'all agree with. One, Jesus Christ was not the Messiah. How I know he wasn't the Messiah? Because we still in hell and he done already died. Scriptures say in his days shall Judah dwell safely. We ain't dwelling safely, motherfucker. Now you can say all you want to that he gonna do it when he come back. Okay, that's fine. When he do that, then he the Messiah then. If that's true. But now, just like it says in the book of Deuteronomy, if the prophet speaks something in the name of the Most High and it come not to pass, then you know the Most High didn't speak that. Plain and simple. See, it's not. This ain't the Most High. Don't you talk about God's not the author of confusion? Well, then if the proof is in the pudding, then if the pudding got the proof in it, then we gonna deal with it. Otherwise, then it ain't the proof. It's not the truth. Fuck it. Plain and simple. We not gonna have no damn mysteries running around here. The Most High don't operate like that. He give you the truth straight up. Now, let us go to Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 14, where this prophecy so-called came to pass in the first chapter of Matthew. And it reads, therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Now, when you read that in the Hebrew, you got people arguing over the word Alma and the do it mean virgin. Fuck that. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. You can think or suppose that a woman's supposed to be a virgin, even if it used the Hebrew word Betulah, which means virgin. Even if it said that. I don't give a fuck. That still don't guarantee that she was a virgin, because unless you stick your finger in the bitch, you don't know. You can suppose because she a certain age that she a virgin all the hell you want to. Now you had them guys, you got a lot of people that try to support the virgin birth that say, well, women was expected to be virgins back then. I don't give a fuck. We was expected to obey the law. Were we not? Did we respect the law and obey the law? Hell no. That's why we here now. So that don't mean jack shit. Now, as far as what that word means, virgin, fuck that. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's finna be on 10 minutes. So go to part 3 as I continue.